Whoa. Okay, so don't come to America right now. I mean, all the obvious reasons why, but we're this is not safe for you. I just heard about two German young men who flew in to Honolulu Airport who were detained by ICE. They were questioned for hours. They were strip searched, naked, strip searched. They were placed in green jumpsuits and they were put in a holding cell with criminals. Don't come here. It's not safe. It's not safe for me. I'm born and raised here. It's not safe for me. It's definitely not safe for you. Please, 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 please. Don't come here right now. Don't come here right now. At this point, we would think that the entire world is well aware of what's happening here in the United States of America. And we would think that knowing that, having that information, access to that information of what is going down, people would not travel here. I continue to see posts, videos of people sharing that they're planning to vacation here during the summer from overseas. And I'm just, I don't know how to get through to you not to do that. We are in a very bad situation here right now. American citizens are being picked up and detained by ICE for no reason. Immigrants are being stripped away from their families in brutal ways and taken out of the country in some cases. The state senates and houses are rushing all kinds of bills through to create new laws that really hurt people, especially women and children, honestly. The federal Senate and House are in the fastest pace that I've ever seen to get as many things through that can destroy America as possible. Here's the kicker. MAGA's still sleeping. MAGA still does not see or is unwilling to see what's actually happening. Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP, which is food stamps, big cuts. And you can tell them that to their face. You can show them the evidence. You can show them video clips. You can talk until there's just nothing else you can possibly say, and they will not hear you. They are so devoted to their leader. I have noticed, going back to the idea of people from other countries traveling here, I have noticed a definite trend in an increase in the trend of the right hating anyone who is foreign, in their opinion, even if that person is an American citizen. There are videos going around where you have white people driving past a home where perhaps a Mexican flag is being flown because they're proud of their history. They're proud of where their genes come from, where they're from. This person will drive by and tell them it's illegal for them to fly that flag. Get out of the country. It's It's hateful, it's hurtful, it's dangerous. And I could easily see that type of behavior turn on visitors from other countries. Because I can tell you, at least where I'm at here in Tennessee, you'll definitely get a "where you from?" And they say it just like that. When I moved here from California originally, that happened to me 4 times. The first time I was shocked as shit. I'm like, wait, what? Because in California, we're very welcoming people. We're like, oh my gosh, tell me about where you came from. Oh, we love it. We love your accent. We love this. Very positive, very upbeat, very welcoming. It's not like that here at all. The second time, I was still shocked as shit. The third time, I was starting to get pretty annoyed, and I'm pretty easygoing. The fourth time, I lit it up. Where are you from that makes you think that you're in any position to ask me where I'm from? Where are you from? Yeah, and it got very ugly. I won't do that here, though, but it got ugly. And it hasn't happened to me since. But could you imagine you come over here from overseas with your family, and some American walks up to you with a big attitude and says, "Where are you from?" And in the climate that we're living in right now, I have no problem at all seeing that escalating into something very ugly, potentially. And that worries me, friends. That really worries me. And that's just on, if we talk about just the people here, okay? Some of the people here. If we stay focused on what is happening at the state level and the federal level, it is not friendly towards you. Just like it's not friendly towards me, quite frankly. It's not friendly towards you. If I were in Ireland, I was Irish, there is no way in hell I'd come here right now, no matter what. Because I would not feel safe. I would not trust that my family would be safe. I would not feel, I wouldn't trust that we'd all make it back to Ireland safely and together. You might think I'm exaggerating. I am not exaggerating. That is what we're dealing with here right now. It is a shit show. And I'm not gonna cry on this video. I've cried on a lot of videos. My disappointment and my disgust in what is going on here. My heartbreak over how our administration is treating the rest of the world. My fear of how I might be treated if I ever have the opportunity. I don't know, are we ever gonna be allowed to leave? I don't know. But if I ever have the opportunity to go see my friend in Italy, how am I gonna be treated? Are they gonna say, "Where are you from?" And the second I say America, they're gonna feel kind of icky about me? I wouldn't blame them at this point. I mean, all of this is in motion, right? So what are we gonna do? Don't travel here. Not now. It's not safe. Please, please, please.
Hello guys, if you are just seeing my lovely face for the first time, welcome to my channel. So guys, this video is all about different people are saying, do not come to America. They say, please don't come. And they have so many reasons, right? A lot of people are saying, don't come now, you can come after this regime, don't come now, it's not good over here. I just want you to sit back and watch this video and tell me, what do you think?
Do not travel to America. Do not travel to America for the next 4 years. especially as a black or brown person. You do not want to get caught up in Trump's deportations. I'm sure by now you've heard of the German and UK tourists who were arrested by ICE and detained for days. Allegedly, the German tourists were chained. You do not want that to be your story, especially if you are taking your family on holiday with you. We already know that Trump has a checkered history with racism, and he's managed to infect a large proportion of that country. Do not spend your hard-earned money on a country that does not appreciate you as a black or brown person. For the next 4 years, the world is your oyster. Maldives, Thailand, Bali, Hong Kong, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Jamaica. These are all amazing places. Let's not go to a country that's increasingly becoming lawless. A country where the president has no respect for the rule of law. A country where the president ignores federal judges. My family and I go to Florida every single year. We love Disney, we love Universal, but for the next 4 years, we're going to be going anywhere but. And I think that you should all do the same. Do not travel to America. Pass it on.
So I've canceled my next trip to the United States. I was meant to be going there in later April. I was looking forward to it as well, like going to Boston, New England, beautiful places, lovely people. In fact, I even have both friends and actually some relatives in Maine, but I've canceled it because ICE or whatever the hell it is detaining people. I mean, they detained a young Canadian for 10 days. They apparently arrested a bunch of Germans recently. They're going through people's phones. Like, this is meant to be, the United States is meant to be the beacon of democracy and freedom and so forth. Well, it is anything but. This is what fascism actually looks like. It is awful in North Korea, and it is awful in Saudi Arabia, and it is awful in Iran. So we can all be honest about that. But when that sort of thing settles in to what we consider to be the free world, that is the erosion of any value that we actually stand for. So I bring business to the United States, right? I run tours. Well, I'm not going to now. It's shocking, but I woke up 3 days in a row worrying about flying down there. And then I talked to someone I know kind of on the inside who said, don't fly in if you're not an American citizen. Like, this is how terrible it is at the moment. So it's sad and it's shocking, but hey, I'm off to Europe in a few days. I can fly down to South America, a lot of beautiful places. And American friends are welcome up here, absolutely. But if you're going to come up and wave a Trump flag, then, don't bother.
The American people aren't going to do jack, and you know it. You're probably American, but if you're not American, let me explain to you why the American people are going to do anything about Donald Trump. For the record, I wish they would do something. I wish they listened. I wish they voted. I wish they didn't throw their votes away on third-party candidates in the last election. Actually, I wish the Senate did their freaking job in 2021 and impeached, convicted that MFer so he would never be eligible to run for president again. But here we are. Here we are. And I'm going to keep talking about it because I keep getting comments. The United States of America is full of people who do not care or cannot comprehend what is actually going on, because the majority of Americans, and this is going to sound cruel, have the reading skills and comprehension level of a middle schooler, someone about the age of 13, 14 years old. That is a statistical fact. Most people in the United States, you can also look this up, do not read or watch the news. And if they do, the news we do get here in the United States is so heavily censored and filtered, it's not the whole truth, and it's only one-sided. You have to physically look for international news sources and outlets to get the full picture on what's happening in our own country, let alone the rest of the world, and you call us ignorant. It's the system. The system was designed to make us ignorant. The system was designed to isolate us. And we also have the attention span of a flea. So you've probably already scrolled on, you're not even hearing this anyway. And what do you expect the American people to do about Donald Trump? Most of them live paycheck to paycheck. Most of them are dependent on their job for health insurance. Most of them live thousands of miles away from Washington, D.C. Not that marching on Washington would probably do much anyway, because no one's really there, and if they are there, they're not doing anything. Hello, Congress? Yeah, that raid on Venezuela, run from Mar-a-Lago. not in Washington, D.C. So what will that actually do? People would actually have to book flights, not drive, book flights to go to Washington to be in the numbers that needed to be there. But again, most Americans don't care because they're not paying attention. They're not watching the news. They're not reading the news. And they're not even getting different perspectives or the whole picture because that's only available outside the United States. So I don't know what you expect the American people to do. And if you say general strike, we are beyond that point. I think we can all agree that yes, it would cause economic disruption, but I think we are beyond that point of actually causing effective change at the top, if you know what I mean.
If you don't pay attention to politics and you are in the UK and have a trip planned to the US, it is time to cancel it. First and foremost, there are all sorts of issues going on with the landing of planes in America and the taking off of planes. There's been all sorts of crashes over the past couple of years because they have defunded their air control. On top of that, there are major queues at all of the airports and genuinely mind-boggling delays because they've underfunded their TSA, which is their airport security. And to fix that, what they've done is they've taken their kind of immigration enforcement, the Home Office, the people that do raids, and they've put them in airport security. And these guys are freaking weird. They were the guys that shot 2 people earlier on this year. It's the same police force that is disappearing people, German citizens, freaking random people are being disappeared by ICE. Which, if you've not yet heard about ICE, no bueno. Very bad, not good. Kind of a entire rights violation on its own. So between all of that and the fact that you can be disappeared if you don't have an American passport that proves you're allowed to be there, even if you're a tourist, and the fact that they are having plane crashes because they are underfunding their air traffic control, please cancel your trip. The queues alone are bad enough, but going into America right now is a recipe for having something bad happen to you on a big enough scale. You may get lucky on the way in and not so lucky on the way out, and the way out is really the kicker. And if you think you're safe because you're white, there's not even that protection at this point, because if you do not have an American passport, even if you're a tourist, even if you have a valid visa, they can suspect you of all sorts. White people were getting detained by ICE. White Germans, who you would think are the people that, racist Americans would really love, they were getting detained by ICE. So having them at the airport, very dangerous. I don't doubt it will be safe to go to America at some point in our lifetimes soon, but now is not the time.
If you are not a U.S. citizen, don't come to this country. If you are here and you're not a U.S. citizen, I don't care what kind of documentation you have, and I don't care how long you're staying, whether it's for a week or years, go. If you can go, go. And I know this is what they want, and I hate it because I love to be resist. But ending up in an ICE detention facility is not an act of resistance. And it does not matter if you are white passing. It does not matter how smart you are or what you're contributing, or if you're just visiting and you're a tourist. Don't. It's not safe here. We're not safe. They are detaining U.S. citizens. They are detaining tourists. There was a 28-year-old backpacker, a young woman, who is now in an ICE detention facility. It does not matter. If you're leaving and I can come with you, I would love that. Let me know how to do that. I have a master's degree and I'm a very nice person. I'll be very good to your country. But this ain't the place. Get out while you can. And do not send your kids here as foreign exchange students. Do not send them on a student visa. Do not think you're going to come over here and do some kind of medical residency or scientific research. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't marry somebody from here. Don't do it. We're not safe. We're not a good country. We're under authoritarian rule at this point. So, sorry about that. Fucking sucks. Bye.
Please do not come to the United States. We are not the same country we were 4 months ago. It is not safe here anymore. They can pull you off the street. They can detain you. They'll do God knows what to you. They're doing it to our own citizens. They will do it to you. Please do not support American products. Don't buy American. Don't vacation here. I'm very sorry to say this, and I want to apologize on behalf of all rational Americans in this country who are fighting Trump tooth and nail with everything we have. We're sorry. We're doing the best we can to get rid of this guy. and all his crooked cronies. But we're having a very difficult time doing it. We handed him the keys. An ignorant populace handed him the keys to this kingdom, and we're finding it very difficult to even slow him down, frankly. I think America's done. I hate to say that, but I don't know how much we can do, what we can do to slow this guy down. We're trying very hard. Please don't support us anymore. And to my government, my friends in government all over the world who we dealt with in business and for so many years, you guys were so good to us all over the place. You know, France, Australia, the United Kingdom, of course, Canada, of course, Mexico, you know, Costa Rica, Panama, all over Asia. You know, you guys have been wonderful partners to us for years. I'm so sorry Trump is treating you like dirt. Don't expect anything better from him in the future. He's a tyrant. He wants to be a dictator, and frankly, he's turning into one very quickly. Again, we're having a hard time slowing him down. I'm sorry to say that. Please don't trust this guy. If you're working in government, he makes you a promise. His promise is worth nothing. I've known this guy for 30 years. His word is worthless. And that goes for all of his crooked cronies in our GOP that are supporting him. Do not trust this guy. Do not trust. The reason I'm telling you this right now, if you're wondering, is because I'm getting out to a couple million people on social media a week now. And he's going to shut me down. He's shutting friends of mine down. He's threatening my friends that have millions and millions of viewers on social media, that are rational thinking people. He's threatening them within an inch of their life. He's going after them for taxes. He's going after them for any way he can. And I'm afraid it's going to continue, and I won't be able to say this, so I'm saying it now. Do not trust anything American at this point. We are not the same country. I don't know that we ever will be. Again, apologies from America. You guys have been so great to us, and we're so sorry.
Did you know that many countries around the world have travel advisories against coming to the U.S.? It is considered unsafe to set foot in the U.S. Many countries are actively warning their citizens not to travel here for as long as Donald Trump is in charge. Due to our lack of freedoms, the United States is no longer considered a first world country. We can't afford health care, we have excessive gun violence and school shootings, and we are deporting people all day, every day, for no reason at all. People are being detained and brutalized. U.S. citizens, our own citizens. So it should come as no surprise that people all over the world wouldn't dream of setting foot in our country.
Hey, so since we don't have real news in the United States, I was wondering if all of you outside of the country could do me a solid. Just tell us what's happening. Please tell us what's happening in our country. Could you let us know? Because honestly, we have no idea here. How bad is it? On a scale of 1 to 10. I actually never knew how much of a bubble we live in the United States until I traveled outside of it. It is absolutely insane. We live in our own little fantasy land here. That's why I recommend everybody get a passport. Travel outside of these borders. Because if you travel and you see from the outside looking in, you will never be the same. Travel is the best education you can get, and there is no way you can see what is happening in this country right now and agree with it if you've traveled more than once. I just don't see how that's possible. So yeah, if you're watching this and you're a friend in Europe or Australia, let me know what's going on, because we honestly, here in the States, we have no idea. Nobody's telling us.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, everybody is saying do not go to US. Don't go to US. Don't go to US. Everybody, the citizen, they are warning their people, don't go to US. So what do you have to say about all this video? People warning, people saying, nah, don't go to US now. US is toxic. If you go, you might be deported. Do not go to US. What do you have to say about all this video? Please do well to subscribe. You know, when you click that subscribe button, you keep smile on my face. I will see you on the next one. Bye.